Hey, I said I'd have another game for you guys. For those who watched the last video that we uploaded, I said that we kind of tilted the enemy Lucio player. Well, this is that game that I was talking about. So we're up against Sigma, Genji, Junkrat, Lucio. I didn't see, was it? Yeah, there we go. Mercy. It was the Mercy who was on our team in the previous game. It's unfortunate. They played really, really well. So, deciding on a build. We're just looking at the team comps for both of them. And I'm just thinking, hey, look, Sigma's pretty good against Rein, actually, in Stadium. So, I'm going to go for Chain Grasp. At least that's my thinking right now. Because Chain Grasp goes through deployable shields, which means you can attack Sigma's shield while Chain Grasp's active and you'll hit the players behind it. You get Armored Vest. That's standard for pretty much every one of my builds. And now we consider both the attack speed and weapon power greens, just because look, there's a Genji there that we're going to be attacking. We're going to be hitting the Sigma a lot. Yeah, I don't feel like we need to have the ability power for this. We just want to maximize that Chain Grasp. So I'm going to tell you this in advance. I'll spoil it. We kind of demolish in this game. I mean, kind of might be an understatement. We demolish the enemy team. Right. So, normally I'd fire the orb here, but because we've got Chain Grasp, we don't want to fire it until this player's in range to actually grasp. Slight difference between this and the norm one. However, we've got to try and do some healing, so we don't really get to utilize that. We do have a bit of weapon power, which helps with the Rein, but we also put quite a bit of damage out. That Lucio, that's the first of many of their deaths. No Phantasm this time to deal with Genji, so we're going to have to good old-fashioned just Moira grasping. So yeah, tank the Sigma for as long as we can. He chases, we've got to sidestep the rock. We attack him through his shield with Chain Grasp because we just fired the orb. And now we have to fade back. Let our passive heal us. We'll go for a heal orb. Right, we're still in range for the Chain Grasp, so we put a little bit of damage out onto them. Healing the Rein up, we take a bit of damage as well from the Sigma, so just cool off, you know, don't go forward right away. Alright, so lots of healing as well. Coalescence, we finish off the Junkrat, heal up the Reaper, now we've got to heal the Rein who's stuck in a trap. He does have a shield though, which is why he was the last priority. He does get rocked by the Sigma, but Chain Grasp coming in again. Sigma drops the shield. There's a Genji floating around, and I was trying to work out who they were attacking so that I could, well, try and save them. So now the Mercy goes back over towards spawn. So does our Rein. Great aggressive move from the Rein. Didn't actually get the kill though, but we do get the kill over into the Junkrat. Lucio pushes out, we may as well get some damage. We've got Fade, so at any time we can just return like that. Because some of our team do get hit by that Sigma rock there. Players up top, in comes a Sigma rock. We get the other side of the archway, which is pretty nice for us. And we land on top of the pillar, which means we can play from here. It's not great for healing, but it's good for surviving a Genji blade. Junkrat Tire comes in, and yeah, there's not a lot we're going to be able to do about it. It's either going to go for us or it's not, but we need to get onto the point and try and contest it. So, enemy team's on 60%. We've only got 47%, so we kind of need to win this fight. Lucio gets hit. I probably should have healed them a bit there. Instead, we're trying to attack the Mercy with Chain Grasp. Lucio's also a bit low. Sigma, if only we had our orb, we fade onto the point because we want to keep this damage up, the pressure. Lucio does push us over to the side. In a little 1v1 against him, we take down the Lucio. We have to fade now, slightly out of the point. We use Coalescence. Genji's on us though, so we're trying to kind of rhythmic dodge him, but it's a bit tricky. Our health was low and we weren't quite getting the sustain up. Nearly took him down, but enemy team do cap the point. Now, how's our money looking? We do get MVP. We get 15k. For a Chain Grasp build, that's going to result in a lot of items. So, the way I'd look at that is 4k, 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 and then 2 lots of 1.5k. That would be items, right? And I know that there's so many, right? So many items here that you can do. Wrist Wraps is 4k. Aftermarket Firing Pin is just under 4k. You can get Shield Buster, and you can get yeah, Advanced Nanobiotics. So because of Aftermarket Firing Pin, we actually could afford a 1,500 items. That's Armored Vest. And then we could afford 2 1,000 items. So we end up getting the compensator and weapon grease. There we go with those. And then we opt to get, yeah, no wrist wraps. That was the sacrifice. So Sigma's got a lot of shields. Shield Buster's good. Advanced Antibiotics is good just in general because Moira's always healing herself or heal over time to get that additional attack speed. And then Aftermarket Firing Pin because we needed the cheaper one.
3, 2, 1.
Checking out the enemy builds. I always recommend doing that. For one, it can tell you how good a player is. Often if you know some of the builds for the other heroes, you can go, hey, they're building wrong. And they may even be an easy target or someone that you could ignore. So Orbs fire, Chain Grass coming in, it's doing a bit of damage over onto Lucio. We have to fade back. Fade into a Junkrat trap though, and the nades were coming in. He just about found the angle even under the pressure to slot those through. So we've already dealt 1.2k damage just from that engagement. Chain Grass puts out huge numbers. Of course, it does feed the enemy support's healing, which means they can get quite rich, but we're also getting rich. Dodge the rock again with a simple sidestep. As Lucio pushed through, he's very weak, does get taken down at the very end of the grasp, and now Mercy's in there. Junkrat does hurt at close range. It's not as brutal as in regular ranked, but yeah, it still certainly does hurt. We take down the Mercy as well. So in comes the rock. Faded it this time because there wasn't really a nice sidestep angle, but huge damage over onto the Sigma from the rest of our team. Genji's also eliminated. Like these early items, just building them, it gives so much damage to your Chain Grass so early on. Especially if you can get 3 of them and retain your greens like we have here, that's almost optimal. So Chain Grass, Genji gets taken down before the beat comes in, counter beat comes in, but our Rein hasn't got it. They jump up top, we see a low health Junk and take him down. And then kill the trap just so that Lucio doesn't get in. And yeah, the enemy Lucio's saying things in chat.
Surrender to my will.
Sigma for some reason thought they would be getting loads of healing. We use our Coalescence here to heal the Cassidy who was stuck in a trap. Cassidy? Ashe was it? I don't know. Reaper maybe? That player who was stuck in there? As Lucio is now trying to attack us, but we've got our heal orb to attack them back, take them out. Here's the Junkrat 1v1. We just need to dodge them here. Genji does arrive. And Lucio is typing more stuff in chat. I don't think they enjoy playing this game.
30 seconds remaining.
So, we've made good progress. The enemy team has made a bit themselves, but crucially we've got it past the checkpoint, which buys us a lot of time. We get that pause. However, Rein does get taken down early. Chain Grass comes out over onto the Genji, followed by Junkrat. We fade, jump up top, take the mini health. Is Lucio going to chase? Thought about it. Oh, still thinking about it. The health goes quite low already. So now we're just behind the enemy team. We're not in too much of a hurry. We don't have to like over contest this point, but we certainly want to be annoying and keep up the pressure. Now we're attacking the Genji, but Junkrat spawned behind us, and that's us done. So we have used Bob. In comes a beat, and it turns out it's the enemy team beat. Rein's very low. It's actually not looking that good. In comes our beat now. It is delayed afterwards. Now, in this moment, I'm thinking, look, I want a Coalescence now. It'll give me the movement speed out of spawn and save me the animation. And maybe I'll be able to heal the team. But Junkrat's got our number. Takes us down with the tire. And enemy team's making some good progress here. So, even though we use the ult, we still have time. They've still got to push it quite far, and they've only just got past the pause from the checkpoint. So we get in early again. We see a trap on the floor in front of us that we do want to take down, but it would be nice to take the Junkrat down first. We don't want our Reap to get stuck in that. Yeah, great shatter from our Rein. Now we've got a Sigma. There's still a Mercy flying around, but we try and attack her. It's not going to be fast enough. Nearly was though. Chain Grasp coming in. Now we're trying to attack her again, but in comes a beat this time. They're just finding all the solutions. In comes a counter beat from our Lucio. We've got a Reaper close range, but they've got a Genji close range as well. Mercy's still flying around, looking for anybody who's low health, but turns out the enemy team can't stay on the point.
The standings.
We've got over 10k damage
Quite the performance from these superstars.
in round 2. It's quite nice. 18k cash as well.
Coming up next, the teams are going head to head in control.
So much money.
It's time for the teams to
Just think
consult
about
their
this.
playbooks.
It's like, okay, so what happens if we sell the greens? So if we sell 2 of the greens, we've got 20k. Simple. A 10k item and a 10k item. Phantasmic Flux going to give us great survivability. Weapon Jammer is a great item if you're playing a DPS style Moira. The fact is, you're constantly attacking a target, which means you're going to get the attack speed bonus. You get the weapon power that's on there as well, and you reduce their attack speed. And if you look at the enemy team, one player has 25% bonus attack speed, another has 15%, another has 15%. So if we attack either the Sigma, the Junkrat, or the Genji, we're going to reduce that by 10. So great little item that technically debuffs the enemy players.
The arena is calling. Our teams have
As for the
20
power,
seconds left.
we're thinking about Scientific Death Rod. It's like, okay, look, we'll just fade through them, we'll get the item. I didn't decide on it because, and we went with Ethereal Excision. And the reason why I went with that is because I thought, look, a Chain Grasp build, if it turns out that their healing gets out of control, Mercy Lucio healing generally gets out of control in the late rounds, then we have debuff options. If we get Scientific Death Rod, it becomes a bit more awkward, especially trying to pick the round 5 power. Like, do you go with Multi-Orb or something? It goes against you. It's, yeah, a bit awkward. So, yeah. Scientific Death Rod would have been nice, but also I would have wanted to get that if I chose Vanadium. And right now, our ultimate still does quite a lot with the attack speed, so it's worth using at this point in the game. So just trying to put more pressure out with the Chain Grasp, and my god, because of how rich we got in those earlier rounds, we hurt a lot now. Like, just a little grasp on a player really, really starts to hurt them here. Like, that Lucio's being hit by a Mercy. A little bit longer and we'll be able to take him out. Sorry, healed by the Mercy as well. So yeah, a bit of damage out here. Now Chain Grasp, but we had to heal. We've still got to heal a bit. Fire Strike got deflected by the Genji, so we should really be looking for our Rein, but Lucio boots us just as we're about to fade. And that messes up the fade and we get stuck, rocked, and yeah, not looking great for us. And since I am the primary damage dealer on my team, every time that I get killed in these situations, I just don't feel like our team's ever going to win the fight. That's not an ego thing, by the way. That's just like, we are dealing mass damage to the enemy team while they have a lot of healing, and it is needed. So in comes a beat from the enemy team, in comes the counter beat. Our Lucio's been really good at using beat afterwards, so we get a little advantage here. I go into this room in case Sigma does ult me. It would at least be a solo one, as the NG is attacking us. And here, my mouse runs out of batteries. You'll see it a couple of times. It just kind of gets locked, and I'm like, huh? And I would have thought that the mouse would have cut out completely, but it seems to just stutter out and then work again. And so I'm trying to play on here. Obviously, I don't have the time to plug in the charging cable. So we're just attacking players where we can. It's working right now, but you'll see it will mess up again in a minute. Either way, our team's got the point. Enemy team, though, are doing very well. Our Rein is in there, but Mercy's used ult. It's going to be tricky for them. Can they prove me wrong from my earlier statement? We're on 90%. They just need to survive. Survive until we get back. Rein's a bit low. We use a damage orb. Try and attack Lucio, but in comes a beat from the enemy Lucio. Now we're attacking the Sigma. Look at Sigma's health. Sigma's getting really, really low there. As in comes a Genji as well. We try and fire an orb towards them. Take down the Genji. We've got our Coalescence. Are we going to actually use it? Don't really need to heal too much right now. Our Grasp does do fine. Yeah, so I don't feel Mouse died there. I don't feel like we need to use it because Chain Grasp is going to be stronger. Mouse died again there. So, we're going to be playing with a wired mouse for the rest of this game, which is, to be honest, the cord isn't long enough, so... Then again, we play Moira, so you're probably not going to notice any aim issues.
Up next, get ready for chaos in Clash.
Right, going on to Clash, round 4.
The teams are gearing up. Every choice is
Lucio is a bit tilted. Every time somebody kills them, they have to type something. They're now saying go next. I never really understood that kind of mentality. Like you just have to say, oh no, just go next, GG, stupid heroes or something like this, right? Yeah, so just checking out the enemy builds here. So, you know what? I actually didn't see what I purchased there. I can't remember either. Oh no, you guys may have to go back and look. I'm going to guess that with the money that I earned there, it was Eye of the Spider.
Only 20 seconds left until we kick
I
this
think it
round
was.
off.
And I think I had a choice to go for El Saca Suppressor to reduce their heal output, and then I just said, no, you know what, the 30% damage reduction
Not
will
long
be good
now
for
until
us.
the teams lock in for the round.
I'm hoping that I went that item. I'm just trying to remember. I look at the builds. I look at the enemy builds. I'm looking to see if they have any
3, 2,
like anti-heal or anything.
commencing attack on objective B.
Oh, well, if I got the item wrong, guys, I got the item wrong. Please forgive me. Someone can write it out in the comments. So we attack the Lucio. We don't want to go out there because that's what the Lucio is trying to get us to do. They're trying to boop us off there. And there's 2 traps there, so we make sure that we attack those. Get the damage out over onto Lucio. Lucio gets taken down. Probably expect them to, yeah, type something. So now we fire the orb. We don't really care that much about what the orb does itself. We just want to activate Chain Grasp. So enemy teams are struggling in the back there. Enemy Lucio is back again, but we're getting a lot of Chain Grasp damage onto them. We do want to fake, so don't get booped into a corner where we can be hit. Lucio gets taken out again, as now we clean up through the Sigma Shield. Just a Junkrat and Mercy, but look at our damage. Our damage output's insane at this point. So, Lucio's maybe starting to respect the damage a little bit. Use Coalescence just in case we need to heal, but Lucio also used Beat at the same time. Enemy Lucio now pops their Beat. Shatter comes in, that will delay them. We're just trying to attack the Junkrat and Chain Grasp, but anybody who's hiding behind there. Sigma tried to rock, but not going to work. Again, hopefully Chain Grasp should get some heals over onto our Rein if we can. Get a few little heals there. We do quite a bit actually because we've got some good weapon power in the build. As Mercy Lucio push forward over onto the point. Lucio's chasing players. Lucio very, very low. Does actually get taken down by the Dynamite. It's just a Junkrat. We don't finish the kill on the Genji, but yeah, another dominating round. MVP again. Yeah, 11.9k in what felt like a very quick round. So I get to see if I was right with the item or not. Part of me thinks I went booster jets now, you know. I think I went booster jets. No, I did go Eye of the Spider. Okay, cool. So, power, that's something we've got to think about. We're thinking about the closer. Yeah, here, booster jets. So, we've still got 5k. That will allow us to sell one of these 4k items, and we're just deciding on which one. We decide that Shield Buster is good against Sigma, and that allows us to get, say, Codebreaker or Aerial Distresser. There's a lot of players on the enemy team in the sky. Moira's quite nice with that item, especially as like a late game item as well. So we opt to go for that one. I believe it would affect Sigma. It certainly will affect Lucio and Genji when they're jumping all around the place. Mercy as well, so yeah, it's good. And we're considering deconstruction. And we go with it. Now there's a few things with that, but I'm just thinking, look, my damage output is nuts already. If I can effectively damage amp myself, that would be insane. And so I prime, or should I say I'm about to prime deconstruction in spawn. So by that I mean I'm going to try and use as close to 50 biotic energy as I can. And in that way, when I go into combat, I just need to heal a little bit and I'll immediately get that damage amp. Like that, right? So in theory, if I just activate a little bit of healing, I'll get that deconstruction bonus. Now, I'm going to spoil this for you a little bit. From this moment onwards, I forgot completely that I had deconstruction. So if we ever activate it in this game, then that means I did it by accident. No, I didn't heal. I needed to heal even the air for a little bit just to activate it. So from this point onwards, I completely, for the entire round, forgot about deconstruction. So we'll see if it even gets activated. You'll see like the blue amping arrows that you normally see when a Mercy damage amps you if we activate it. So it's whenever we spend 50 biotic energy. So not yet. Still not activating it. See, if I knew about it, I'd heal the air there just to get that that damage. Now we've got to just rely on healing some other players. But lots of players grouped up. We want to stay there for a damage orb. Like, see if we can damage through the shields. We can't. Ryan's a little bit hit. There's also a Junkrat in that little corridor here. Lucio pushes out. We've got damage amping now. Huge damage there. Yeah, but we use the Coalescence. And Coalescence is great for healing the team, but it's not that good for damage here. Junkrat's still in that little corridor, but we've got now an orb there. We've just got to be careful of the trap in front of us. Let's keep attacking. And Mercy also gifts herself to us, so yeah, it's looking quite good. Our damage output is kind of crazy, even if we're not using one of our powers. So we hear Lucio. We hear players over there, so attack the Genji. Genji's forced back towards spawn, but I don't want to go up there and try and pass through Junkrat spam. In comes our team. Again, we can look to try and heal Rein there, but it's just so unlikely. We can't get an angle on him while he's in the sky. So Genji's now pressuring us over on the point. We try and get the Chain Grasp off the Sigma Shield. That doesn't work. Dynamite is off on that Genji and does actually get the kill, which is kind of funny. And Bob as well. Ashe doing great work here. 50 seconds remaining. The enemy team still has not moved the bot a single meter, and it's the final round. It's looking very good for us. So we push over to their spawn, hide behind here because we want to see if we can get a surprise burst damage. Again, if I had deconstruction, I would have primed it there. Still, a lot of burst damage combined with Ashe's Dynamite. Genji's attacking us, but you're not going to do that here. Lucio's turn. Oh, Lucio. Okay, Junk. Junkrat knows the threat. Still only 16 seconds remaining. Teams pushing towards the enemy spawn here. Can they actually win this fight? Enemy Mercy takes down our Rein. Lucio gets a hold of Reaper. So is it going to be us against the world up here? At this point, we normally wouldn't really hard commit, but we do have the time. So it's like a little bit of poke damage. Genji's typing or something. Does have a lot of healing though. Lucio also gets involved, but gets very, very low health. Gets taken down. He's not going to be happy about that. Sigma provides the Chain Grasp to take down the Genji as well. And yeah, enemy team is just royally screwed. Take the game 4-1. 40k damage. Everybody else on our team is in like the tens of, you know, the tens, right? We're in the 40s. So yeah, kind of crazy damage output from Chain Grasp. One of my favorite builds to play. They're saying GG Moira, easy DPS, whatever. Whatever, mate. Just get better, I guess. We've got play of the game as well. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you'd like to see. Maybe we'll make it happen. GG's. Legend 4, by the way. Ooh.